What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on NIO stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on the price chart and how we get there. Then we'll continue with the fundamental news that might drive the price of this asset either way. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis. And I will show you what should we expect next. So guys, first of all, I want to apologize because of my voice. It is still damaged right after the illness. So, and what do we have from the price action? I made my previous video right here, somewhere at this point, and I've told you that we formed some kind of channel. I connected these several bottoms and project this as a parallel line to the top. And this was quite a good range of resistance. But then, right after I made my previous video, when I've told you that we can see even a bearish divergence, because we had lower highs on RSI with the higher highs on the price action. Right after that, on extended hours, as you can see on off-session trades, we had this massive spike that almost hit the range of next resistance at roughly $14.42, and at the very first hour of the next trading session it went lower, basically to the same exact level where it was previously. So I still stand on my position that this asset should be in consolidation phase for quite some time, and I still stand on my position that most likely we will see lower price action in upcoming sessions. But everything I will show you in my technical analysis, and for now let's continue with the fundamental news. So first of all, let me show you this article. We are on Motley Fool, and this article was published on December the 7th, and it's titled "Why NIO and other Chinese EV stocks tanked today." And the key points are following. China seems to be acquiescing to citizen protests around COVID-19 restrictions. Investors had already been driving shares higher, assuming that shift was coming. Chinese EV makers may already have seen negative impacts that are yet to be reported. And let me quote you this. Local government in China had already taken some steps to ease restrictions on the heels of protests in the several major cities. Today, though, the central government released 10 new official guidelines. But it might be too late for those with a shorter-term investing outlook. When it reported third quarter results nearly a month ago, NIO told investors it expected a sharp increase in vehicle deliveries in the fourth quarter. Based on even the low end of its range, the company will have to report 18,763 EV shipments in December. That would represent a sequential jump of 32% over the record number it just reported for November. And let me remind you that NIO reported 14,178 vehicles delivered in November. That basically the new record, and previous was made on June 2022. It was 12,961 vehicle. Definitely it is a huge increase, but it is very little to achieve their targets. That's why we have some bearish pressure on the price action on this asset for the last several sessions. But let me show you another news. Right here we are on cnevpost.com, and this article was published on December the 6th. And it shows the number of insurance registrations in China. And NIO is right here with the 3,141 vehicles registered. And let me show you that previously it was at 3,759 vehicles. This means NIO delivered and basically registered less vehicles than it had previously on previous week. And I have to say that it is not the best sign in order to achieve their targets, their delivery targets by the end of this year and for the fourth quarter of 2022. That's why we have to be very cautious. But on the other hand, definitely we have very good news, and let me show you this article. We are on cnevpost.com, and this article was published on December the 8th. And it says, NIO to host NIO Day 2022 in Hefei on December 24th. And let me quote you this. NIO has set the date of its new NIO Day, and more importantly, confirmed that the event will be able to take place offline, after many were concerned that COVID controls may derail the event. And let me quote you further. NIO Day is NIO's most important annual event, and is the occasion for the company to launch new models and technologies. There are no clue what models NIO will release on NIO Day 2022, but the company's next product plans are much anticipated. NIO will launch 5 models in the first half of next year and will have a total of 8 available models by June. William Li, the company's founder, chairman and CEO, said in conference call after announcing third quarter earnings on November the 10th. And definitely their upcoming plans to launch multiple vehicles at the very beginning of 2023 is really impressive. And if it happens and if everything will stay in line with their plans, definitely NIO will skyrocket in 2023. So, Li did not provide more details at the time, but what can be expected is that the 5 models to be released by NIO will include the switch of the ES8, ES6 and EC6 to the NT 2.0 platform, as well as 2 other new models. Last month, some spy photos showed that NIO might be testing the ET5 shooting brake version. Previously, spy photos of the EC7 as well as the new ES8 were also circulating. And definitely, in the long-term perspective, NIO is a very attractive company. They are ramping up their production, they are increasing the number of their swap stations all over the world. They are increasing their presence in Europe, and they are about to increase their presence in the United States, and this means in a long-term perspective this asset is very, very attractive. But on the short-term perspective, let me show you these numbers, this information. We are on fintel.io, and right here you can see the number of institutional investors that are holding the position in NIO. And the most recent filings made at the very beginning of December and the late November shows that we have quite bearish sentiment all across the list. But in general, you have to remember that this is only the filing date. And the real execution date of this deal was made basically at least 45 days prior this date. And I have to say that right here we don't have any new ratings made by analytic firms. The latest one was made at the very end of November, and the overall price point, the consensus analyst price target, is very high compared to its current price, and it is at $23.46 range, which implies about 86.5% of upside potential. Definitely, in the long-term perspective, this asset is very lucrative, but in the short-term perspective, we have to be very cautious. So, and let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, it is very difficult to make an assumption according to Elliott wave theory. What do we have right here? But let's assume that we have only this wave, because it is the highest wave with the highest volume. And if I pull the Fibonacci retracement tool from its lowest point to its highest point, let me show you that we have very good reaction from, first of all, the range of about 0.382 at the price point of $12.6, and we almost bounced back from $12.05 mark. And because of this, we still have the possibility to retest the 0.5 level, and probably we might land even lower at the golden pocket range. It is the price points in between $11.3 and $11.5. And if it is the case, definitely right here, we will have a decent opportunity to enter our long position, as long as this pivot holds. And I have to say that the price target, short-term price target, is still difficult to set, but the long-term price target is quite lucrative, and that's why if you are a long-term holder, just accumulate on every daily red candle. So I think from the technical standpoint that's it for now. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stay